Well, here is our latest project, and it's a pretty good sized project. You can tell all this is fill, and it was all hauled in here a couple months ago. The contractor had a bunch of dirt and rock to get rid of, and this fella right here he said he'd take it for free if they dump it here, I guess. And well, they hauled it all over here, probably 20 or 25,000 cubic yards of it, a bunch of it. Got it all put in and everything, silt fence up. Well, there was just one little problem. They filled in wetlands because that's a creek right there. And the state saw it and is now requiring them to remove all this 50 foot from the creek. So as you can tell, there's only about 10 feet. So about 40 foot of this has to be cut out, which is to these pine trees. So we're going to come in here and pretty much take this whole lift out from that crooked pine tree all the way down. We're figuring probably, oh gosh, could be 10,000, could be 12 or 14,000 yards. Gonna take this row of, it's an auto salvage place. We're gonna take this row of trees out, fill that in, and then like I say, we got to come off this creek a good 50 foot. We're gonna do like 55 for a little extra, and then you got to put a 2-to-1 slope on it coming up. So I mean, we got to pull back all the way to the excavator there, and you're talking a 12-14 foot deep cut. So a lot of rock got to be moved, dirt, rock, everything that's in here. Hopefully it didn't bury too many trees. That's gonna be a nightmare to dig through. But they filled in around a bunch over here. So all this has got to come out, and what we're gonna do with it is come down here behind the haul truck. Let me show you what we got back here. We got to move a lot of cars out of the way, but we're gonna clear these trees out right here, and just, I mean, it's perfectly fine to keep all the dirt on site. They just want it out of that wetland 50-foot buffer area. So we're going to clear all this. They're going to finish moving all these cars, and we're going to take all this dirt and fill in from that pine tree to, there's an old D6 right there. We're going to move all that, fill into that pine tree, and all the way to that van. It's got the writing on the side of it right there. So we're going to take these trees, just lay them down and cover them up, and just fill in this whole entire area right here. So definitely a lot of work got to be done right here. Kind of a good little screw up, but it is what it is, and we got to take care of it. So we'll go ahead and go down here and pull some of these boulders out. We actually need some boulders on the project, so I'm gonna haul a couple loads up there for that. So, well, I'll keep this project documented, but this is what we're doing. He's down there clearing an area. We got to put silt fence up on the low side all the way around. Alright, let me get to it. So I got that row of trees down yesterday and uncovered a Goliath pile of junk, but did my best to kind of work around that. So I'm going to come in here this morning with the 220 in the haul truck and start cutting a bench out down one side for the truck so I can get it sitting down a little bit lower. I'm going to try to cut all this in about, I'm going to do 2 passes, 2 cuts. It's probably about 12 foot deep. That way I'm not trying to dig. It might be 14, it's a good little ways down there. That way I'm not trying to do it all in one cut. It just kills your cycle times and takes forever. So I'm going to come in here and do about half of it, get the truck bench down, and then scoot over and cut that down, and vice versa. So we'll see how it goes. Got all the trees cleared and pushed off back here. We're actually just going to cover them up with all this dirt. It'll have 10 or 12 foot of cover over it. I just went and laid them out. But I'll be the one-man band today. Everybody else is off and gone, so I get to run everything myself today. Oh joy. Here's the area I cleared out. That's where we put all the pine trees. They're about 2-3 foot deep, and we'll put 6 or 7 foot of dirt over top of them, maybe 10. Maybe about 10 foot deep altogether. They're moving some of the cars. I've got to fill in all that, so all that's got to be moved. The loader died. There's a D6 in the woods right there I got to drag out and get it out of the way. Should be fun. But I'm gonna start filling all this in, and when I run out, we'll start moving all that crap. A lot of junk. I'm working on my second cut. Come in here this morning and made a bench cut all the way down the outside edge. It ain't nothing but rock, and God, it's bumpy. You can't grade out with a dozer. It ain't nothing but boulders. Well, you can't see them, they're behind my truck, but there's just 3 foot diameter, 3, 4 foot, 5 foot boulders. Some don't even fit in the bucket. So, a little slow going there, but made that cut just so the truck could sit a little lower and I can sit up top here and hog all this material out. I've been taking it down there and shoving it off the end. I'll get a video today when we get done of how much we got moved, but get a little chunk, and God lay them out, more to come. Here we are, going on load number 76. 9 hours and 39 minutes into it. After 6 p.m. Probably worked to about 7 today. Go ahead and get a good long day in. Let's see here. Got quite the lift already put in. I don't know, I think I took a video this morning, I can't remember. But it did start right here. I've already got it filled in all the way down there. We're going to be running out of room here soon. They got silt fence put up today too. Got a good little cut made. I'll get one once I'm done. So I'm trying to get this figured out just right, where I can dump about 20 loads without having to get out and push it. You get them close enough to the edge without backing off the edge and flipping over. You can dump a lot of loads in here. You can dump the first load and you can bring the next load and dump it on top of it, and then all you got to do is take the dozer and just shove that little bit off versus dumping the whole pile up here on top of the slope. Just gotta keep your bearings and know where you're at. So we get another 8 or 10 loads in today and call it a wrap.